Hey Miami Lakers, and welcome to our daily COVID-19 update. We are coming to you live from Miami Lakes United Methodist Church, the meal site here in the heart of our town. These folks are giving back every single day. We're joined by our Town Manager Ed Pidermann. You see Pastor Stewart with us here today. Tony Lovato from the Golden Corner will share a little bit of his story and his involvement here today. And you have the Vice Mayor of the town of Miami Lakes, Nelson Rodriguez. So make sure you start asking those questions right now. Start submitting your questions so we can make sure we get to those towards the end. Para todo el mundo viendo de su casa, bienvenido a nuestro daily el update sobre COVID-19, sobre el coronavirus. Pensando desde ahora, poniendo tus preguntas para estar seguro que llegamos al punto donde podemos dar la respuesta a todas las preguntas. Y ahora se lo voy a dar a nuestro administrador para darle el update de hoy en inglés y en español.
Hi, Miami Lakers. I just wanted to start off like I normally do. I have good news. The count for Miami Lakes is unchanged from yesterday. So yesterday when we came to you from Miami Lakes Educational Center, we had 35 confirmed positive cases in Miami Lakes. And still today, with this morning's report from the State Department of Health, we still only have 35. As we've seen over the last few days, sometimes you have little spikes, sometimes you have flat. So it's a good thing that we had no change from yesterday. We still only have 35 positive cases, which is a great thing. And it's a tribute, like I've always said, it's a tribute to the great work that our residents are doing, maintaining the social distancing, the rigorous hand washing. Now you don't go anywhere without seeing Miami Lakers with their facial covering, which is a blessing, and it's really gone a long way to keeping the numbers down in our town. So last night, as we spoke about yesterday, was the first night that we implemented our curfew. The curfew, as we stated yesterday, is in effect from 10 p.m. until 5 a.m. Last night was day number 1 or night number 1. So there's 9 more nights where we're going to be implementing this. And I spoke to the police major this morning, and he said there were absolutely no incidents. So it goes again to the credit to the Miami Lakers, how when they're given advice by professionals that they're heeding that warning and that advice. So quería repetir en español que el número de casos positivos en la ciudad de Miami Lakes estamos solamente a 35. Ayer cuando hablamos con ustedes también ya estábamos a 35 y no hubo cambio, no hubo aumento, que es buena noticia. Quiero hablar, como mencionamos ayer, que tenemos el toque de queda aquí en la ciudad de Miami Lakes. Empezó anoche por la primera vez, es la noche número 1, van a haber 10 noches, son 10 días seguidos con el toque de queda desde las 10 de la noche hasta las 5 de la mañana.
Ya oyeron ahí el update del día. You already heard today's update. I'm going to pass it along to our Vice Mayor for a few words, and we'll go to Pastor Stewart so he can talk to you guys about the amazing work that's happening here right in the heart of our community. Vice Mayor.
So thank you, Mayor and Manager. That's important to know that the numbers haven't changed from yesterday to today, and it's one of the positive things of the stay-at-home order and the curfew. I just want to say a couple quick words. This is the type of mask, and I got to thank our friend Irene and PSN who made these cloth masks for me and my family. And thank you, Irene, for making these for us. This is the type of mask that you could be wearing that's required in the order from our town and the county mayor. It's very important that every time you go off from now on, you have to have some type of mask covering. And this is a classic example of a homemade mask that's very comfortable and it's very easy. If you think you need to get tested, I have the phone number for you. You can make an appointment at Amelia Earhart Park. We're taking appointments. And so the phone number is 305-268-4319. It's 305 COVID-19, but I'll give you the easy number, 305-268-4319. Le quiero dar las gracias a Irene, una vecina aquí de PSN que me dio esta máscara y nos dio máscara para la familia entera. Muchas gracias. Ese tipo de máscara hecho de tela que puedes usar en la ciudad y cuando vayas a las diferentes tiendas. Si deseas salir de la casa, que está en parte del requisito de tener la boca tapada y la nariz tapada, esta es la máscara que puedes usar si no tienes las máscaras, la N95. Si tienes deseo de que te hagan el examen de corona, puedes ir al Parque Emilia en Hialeah. El teléfono es 305-268-4319. Es muy importante que hagan un appointment primero. El teléfono otra vez, 305-268-4319. Este programa y estos exámenes estaban puestos junto por el comisionado Esteban Bobo y el senador René García, que son responsables por poner ese lado de exámenes juntos. And just to follow up, I just want to say thank you to Commissioner Esteban Bobo and former state Senator René Garcia for putting together the Amelia Hart Park testing site. Make sure you call and you make an appointment prior to arrival. They need to give you an appointment to go ahead and get tested, but they've opened it up to everybody, as well as the Hard Rock and all the other testing sites. Man.
Thank you, Vice Mayor, and great job. We're going to turn it over now to Pastor Stewart. What's really happening here in the heart of our community is amazing. This is our official daily meal site that we're working hand in hand with the church here, with our faith-based community. Pastor Stewart, what update you want to talk about the site, everything that's happening here? I think there's a lot of folks that need the help, and you guys are here to serve.
Well, first and foremost, I want to thank the town for doing just an outstanding job. Their leadership has been exemplary, and I'm just proud to be a part of this community because you guys have done really an incredible job of leadership and inspiration for everybody. And I'm also really glad to hear that the numbers are maybe, and I'm praying that that's the case, have flattened out a little bit. And then again, great job, town, for doing your very best in a very difficult time. Well, to the food, specifically, you know, Mayor, one thing we've learned is that there's a lot of people that are not getting the help that they need. And I just want to open up the town's arms literally here at the church to say, invite people to come that need food. Each and every day between 10 and 12, there is a meal. And we're actually going to be offering hot meals once a day next week. It may only happen on Tuesday and Thursday, but stay tuned. We'll be able to hand out a hot meal as well, which is a first for us. So we have a great group of volunteers that are here every day early, making sure that everything's ready for everybody. It's really smooth, really easy, and most importantly, really safe. You come up, they'll put the food in the car for you, and you're in and out in no time at all. And I just want to encourage you, don't hesitate to come and get some help at a time when everybody needs some help. And I'm praying for everybody, and just, again, so thankful for the outstanding job everybody's doing.
So you guys heard it. Every day here at Miami Lakes United Methodist Church from 10 to 12, you can pull up and get your meals. Para todo el mundo oyendo en español, si necesitan algo de comer durante el día, desde las 10 hasta las 12 del día, pueden llegar aquí a la iglesia Miami Lakes United Methodist, que está aquí mismito en la 77. Ludlam en la 12 también, si entran por la parte de Hialeah, y aquí están para servir desde las 10 de la mañana hasta las 12 de la tarde. And one of the great stories, because I always like to share uplifting stories, good things that happen during these moments that we all have to deal with. One of those folks is here with us today. His name is Tony Lovato. He is with the Golden Corner. Is one of the businesses here in our community that unfortunately is shut down. But he called me last night. He's like, "Hey, look, I understand that my business is not operating right now, but I want to give back." So that's why he came here today with us, and he is donating his hard-earned dollars to make sure that folks in our community are getting food. And Tony, thank you very much.
That's the least I could do as a Miami Laker, and making a call out there to a lot of the business owners and residents, you know, to any little help would be greatly appreciated. So, thank you.
Thank you, muchas gracias, Tony. Y como dije, para decirlo en español, hay muchas cosas buenas que están pasando durante este tiempo. El señor Lavado, que está aquí con nosotros anoche, me llamó y dijo, mi negocio está cerrado en este momento, pero yo quiero dar de mi propio dinero para esta causa, para estar seguro que todo el mundo en nuestra ciudad y en la parte noroeste del condado pueden tener comida, algo de comer todos los días, que aquí lo está proveyendo el pastor en la iglesia Miami Lakes United Methodist. De las 10 de la mañana hasta las 12 del día pueden pasar por aquí y coger algo de comer. Keep asking your questions. We're going to get to your questions right now. Let me pull up the first question. Mr. Manager, Maria Figueroa is asking, can you provide statutory authority for a curfew, please? And I'm guessing it goes along the same line. What authority do we have to mandate that folks have wear masks, that restaurants wear masks? I mean, to do all these things when there's a state of emergency.
Yeah, the state statutes allow that. Once we issued the declaration of a state of emergency, it gives us some broad-based powers to take the action necessary to offset the threat from the coronavirus. So between the state statutes and our town charter, and the charter provisions from the Dade County charter that we adopted when we incorporated, those are the provisions that allow us to take these measures.
Como dijo el administrador, y obviously, no sé si quiere hablar de en español.
Sí, la pregunta fue qué es lo que nos da la autoridad para hacer el toque de queda y otros medidas que hemos tomado. La ley estatal y también la carta constitutiva de la ciudad de Miami Lakes, igual que la parte de la carta constitutiva del condado que nosotros adoptamos cuando incorporamos en el año 2000, esos son la base por lo cual nos da la autoridad para hacer la medida que hemos tomado.
And I know the cities around us, like Hialeah Gardens, have had a curfew for an extended period. I believe cities like Opelika to the east of us and Miami Gardens to the northeast of us also. So I know when the request came in from our commissioner to do this on a temporary basis, I mean, that's something always working with our neighboring cities to make sure that we flatten the curve and that we work with public safety with all different agencies. Let me see if there's any other questions. Swanee is asking, where exactly, Pastor Stewart, you might want to answer this one. She's asking, and Vice Mayor, if you want to translate, because they're asking in Spanish, but we can answer it in English. Where exactly can they come? Where do they have to come in to get the food every day?
I'm glad you asked that. First of all, the easiest way to find us, we're the Pumpkin Patch Church. That always helps identify us. But we're right on the corner of 67th and 154th in Miami Lakes here. What you want to do is go to the south side of the property, and you'll see probably a line of cars when you come. It's pretty easy to identify. So again, Monday through Friday, 10 to 12, you can come and get something to eat for you and your family.
So, lo que dijo el pastor fue que de lunes a viernes, de 10 a 12, puede venir aquí a la iglesia que estamos en la 154, Miami Lakes Drive, y la 67 Avenida. Puede entrar por la parte sur de la propiedad, bajo de los otros carros. Y esta iglesia es famosa porque sabe que es la iglesia de la calabaza. Están todos octubre aquí con la calabaza y ya uno sabe el local.
Thank you, Pastor Stewart. Gracias, Vicealcalde. Mr. Manager, Yolanda Bray is asking, what is opening at the park behind CVS as of tomorrow per Commissioner Bobo?
There's nothing in the park behind CVS. So what there is on Friday, Commissioner Bobo is sponsoring, together with Farm Share, is going to sponsor a food distribution site at Royal Oaks Park, which is on Northwest 87th Avenue and approximately 164th Street. So in that park on Friday, but we don't want people to start lining up at 2 or 3 in the morning because you're going to be shooed away by the police officers. The gate will not open. The gate will not open until approximately 8:30 to 9 o'clock in the morning. And the police officers will not let you form a line on 87th Avenue until the gates open. So there's a food distribution event hosted or sponsored by Commissioner Bobo. It's in conjunction with Farm Share, and they're going to be distributing food for I think it's the first 500 people that come through the gate.
Thank you, Mr. Manager. Y como dijo el administrador, el viernes va a haber un evento que está echando para adelante el comisionado del condado y varios voluntarios en el parque Royal Oaks Park que van a estar trabajando con Farm Share. And also, these are the things that's so great of our community, people giving back. That's something else that the volunteers from the church here, Miami Lakes United Methodist, will be part of that event on Friday. So be sure if you know anybody that's in need, needs some food, needs some vegetables, that is a one-day thing. The daily meals is here at Miami Lakes United Methodist Church from 10 to 12. Mr. Manager, Maria, who said, thank you for the information, is asking if you could post some more of that info in regards to the statue, the orders, and all that online. I think some of that stuff is already on our website. You want to give her the website?
Yeah, I mean, if you go to our website, which is miamilakes-fl.gov/coronavirus, there's a whole web page there with a lot of resources and a lot of information. They've just revamped it over the last couple of days. Our communications team has done an excellent job of making it easier to follow and easier to read. So if you go to miamilakes-fl.gov/coronavirus, you'll be able to find all that information. But I'll double check to make sure that statutory authority is on there. And listen, if you don't find the information you're looking for on that webpage, you can call or email me at Pidermann E. So it's my last initial, then my first initial, or my last name, then my first initial at miamilakes-fl.gov, and I'll be happy to answer any of those questions.
Dolores Alfonso is asking, how many cases are there in Miami Lakes? I know a lot of new folks are jumping in to the video, so we want to make sure that we answer that question for everybody.
Yeah, this was a little bit of good news that we spoke about right at the beginning of the briefing, is that the number is at 35. And if you listened to the briefing yesterday, the number was at 35. So it's, I don't want to be overly optimistic, but it's a nice thing that it's flattened, and we did not have an increase in cases between yesterday and today.
Pastor Stewart, you have Bonnie Murray Crook is asking, is it fresh food or canned and dry food?
Yeah. The cold meals are all fresh food. There is vegetables, and we have a different serving, it seems, every day. Some days it's sandwiches, some days we handed out everything from pineapples to apples to fresh vegetables. It's a different mix. So it's whatever we can receive in. We reprocess that as quickly as we can and get it to the hands of the people. So it's been a different mix every day, a little something different. But as I mentioned, we're excited to offer a hot meal next week. An incredible gift from the community again. People are stepping up and making sure that our citizens are just incredibly well taken care of. Again, thanks to the leadership of the whole team. You're doing a great job.
Sí, el pastor está diciendo que la semana que viene, posiblemente el martes y el jueves, vayan a tener comida caliente aquí en la iglesia de 10 a 12 de la mañana, y que todos los días algo diferente que recibe la iglesia, y no saben lo que van a recibir, pero enseguida que lo reciben se lo están dando a la comunidad. So, es importante que no es la misma comida todos los días. Algunos días son sándwiches, algunos días son comidas frías que usted puede calentar en su casa, y que Dios quiera el martes y los jueves empiezan a dar comida caliente durante las horas de 10 a 12 del día.
Thank you, Pastor. Thank you, Vice Mayor. Mr. Manager, Yolanda and Rudy are asking, has anyone passed away from the coronavirus here in our community?
We do not have any reports of anybody having passed away that is a Miami Lakes resident as a result of the coronavirus. So thank God, we have no reports. No tenemos ninguna información que alguien de Miami Lakes, residente de Miami Lakes, haya fallecido debido al coronavirus.
Thank you, Miami Lakers. We got about another 30 seconds that we're going to be on here. We're going to start doing some closing remarks. Pastor, any closing remarks you have for the folks at home?
Just want to offer a prayer. Our whole community needs to pray for each other. We need to consider each other and be safe in everything we're doing. Be really thoughtful about your actions and helpful whenever you can, but be safe the whole time. I know every church is praying for everybody here. We have an outstanding community, an outstanding group of pastors in our community and religious leaders, so I'm just so grateful to be just one of many that are doing a great job for our community.
Thank you, Pastor. Vice Mayor, any closing remarks?
Listen, I'm just so proud of Miami Lakes and our community and our surrounding areas, that everybody's participating together, taking care of each other. There's a lot of unsung heroes out there that you don't even know about, that are working every day to make life a little bit easier for everybody here. So if you get a chance, say thank you to those folks at Publix, and all the stores and all the restaurants and everybody who's working. You may not see them behind the scenes, but there's a lot of people working out there to make sure that our life is a little bit easier during this hard time.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Tony, you got anything you want to say? Anything else you want to add?
I would say that I would like to see a lot of those people out there come by and make a donation here at the church. Have a great pastor here. We'll be waiting for you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you for everything you've done. Mr. Manager, closing remarks?
Yeah, I guess to follow up on what the pastor just said a moment ago, I'm a glasses half full type of person. Even though we're experiencing the worst pandemic that we've seen since the 1917 or 1918, I'm impressed by the spirituality and the family unity that this thing has brought upon us. And I just want to see that continue after this coronavirus is done and over with. The number of people that I see walking in family units around town, it's incredible, and I just really hope that this family unity continues once this virus is defeated.
Well, thank you, Miami Lakers, for tuning in. We are in this together. Let's keep working together. Very proud of our entire community. Estoy muy orgulloso de nuestra comunidad. Todo el mundo está trabajando junto para estar seguro que superamos este problema con el coronavirus. Let's continue working together. Reach out to us from our town manager, our entire staff, our volunteers, our town council. You see great folks here in our community like the Methodist Church. Everybody's here to help. Everybody's working together. Call us 305-364-6100, 305-364-6100. We're in this together. Take care, be safe, and together we will get through this. Take care, Miami Lakers. God bless.